Hello and welcome to another Castles video, and today we're stood outside this beautiful 3-bedroom semi-detached house on a cul-de-sac location in Berkhamsted. So let's go and have a look around at the accommodation. Come with me. So you join me inside the entrance hall for the property, where immediately we're greeted by the storage cupboards, which are very useful for shoes, coats and everything like that. We've got a door off to the kitchen, a door off to the living room and stairs ascending to the first floor, but let's have a look at this front room to begin with. And what a beautiful space it is. Immediately you're greeted by this big old bay window. There you are, with some beautiful views across the valley there. Absolutely spectacular. And then you've also got this lovely feature fireplace that's installed right at the bottom here. It looks to me like an electric fire, so you very well could have something similar to that nature in the property if you wanted to, or there is a gas supply to the property, so you could have a gas one installed instead. You can see it's been presented in immaculate condition. The carpets are wonderful. The woodwork around the side of the room is absolutely brilliant. These alcoves have been really well used with all that storage that you can see in there. It's absolutely wonderful. And then we've got a door into the kitchen dining room. So let's go and have a look at that. So immediately we've got space for a nice big table, a dining room table, and you can see you've got loads of storage across this back wall. Then you've got the sink with the countertop there, again with more space for appliances and storage. Running around all the way, adjust the light, there we go. You can see you've got a little bit of a timber framed structure towards the back of the property as well, just giving you a little bit of extra space. And then obviously the main vocal point of the kitchen, the cooker, right at that end there as well. So you can see that you've got loads of storage. You can see that you've got space outside the property for additional purposes. The gentleman's currently got his tumble dryer in there. So really good use of space that. And then obviously you've got your brick built sheds at the back there and the rest of the garden, which you can see roughly through those windows there. Very nice indeed. You've also got an understair storage cupboard, which just gives you that little bit of extra space. So let's go and have a look upstairs. Come with me. So coming up to the first floor, we've got a nice spacious landing up here actually. Big window letting in loads of light of the property, and then immediately the first room we come to is the shower room. So join me in here and you'll see you've got a nice big shower cubicle in there. You've got enough space for sink, toilet, probably even could fit a towel rail in there as well if you wanted to. There is one around the corner here, but obviously just thinking about how you could use the space. The next room we come to, it's a bit of a toss-up in these two in terms of which one's the master and which one's the second bedroom. I'd say this one was probably the second bedroom. You can see you've got loads of furniture in here, so really good at illustrating the space. And you'll notice you've still got a double bed and 2 side tables in here. So if you're a little bit worried about space and what you'd use this space for, in terms of obviously whether you've got room for wardrobes, desks, things like that, I think this perfectly illustrates that you certainly do have that space, which is amazing. And then again, you've got a nice view over the garden from this room. The next room we're going to come and have a look at is the master bedroom. So come with me. Lovely blue pastel colours in here. It's very tranquil. I must admit, I feel a lot calmer walking into this room. I didn't realise I was stressed until I came in here actually. It's a really beautifully laid out property, beautiful room. You can see that the vendor have done a wonderful job of obviously utilising the fitted wardrobe space over the top of the bed, adding the additional units where necessary, and then obviously making the room nice and light and fairly neutral so that your vocal point gets pulled over to this, which I must say is possibly one of the spectacular views I get to see in this job. Look at that. Unbelievably beautiful. I could just sit here and stare out at that all day long. I won't bore you by doing that though. So the next room that we're going to have a look at is just through here. And this is the third bedroom. And again, a fantastic size. Again, you've got that view over the top of the valley from here as well, so beautiful countryside off into the distance. And then just the general size of the room, you can see you've got storage here, and then behind me as well, you can see you've got loads of space over here for more storage. It's a really wonderful sized room, this. Normally in these 3-bedroom properties, especially from this era, you'll find that you'll get a very, very uncomfortable box room. But in this one, you can see that's a nice big room, really useful. If you want an office, you'll have loads of space in there. If you need a bedroom for a youngster, absolutely perfect. He's got plenty of space for his bed, for her desk, or for whatever else you need in there. Or even, dare I say, could you fit a double in there? Maybe it might be a bit of a squeeze, but that's how big this room is. It's a borderline, definitely. The final room we've got, the final part to show you up here is the airing cupboard, which obviously you've got a nice typical tank in there and space for your linen as well. You've also got access to the loft above here. So come with me, let's have a look at this garden and we'll go from there. So we're inside that conservatory section of the house that I mentioned to you earlier when we were downstairs. Now we're going to take a little wander out into the garden. So through the double doors, before we go up and have a look at the main garden, obviously pointing out the side garden that you have may well offer potential to extend subject to planning permission, or you could just use it as the vendor is, as a nice separate garden. Lots of privacy here, no windows overlooking as such, and then obviously you've got fence panels and everything like that giving you some privacy as well, and then obviously side access, which is marvellous. Moving up the garden, you've got this first section here, which is just laid to lawn, and then obviously you've got the storage sheds behind me as well, a couple of bicycles, keen rider this vendor of ours, and then obviously you've got grass and shrubs and bushes and everything like that. Now, wandering up further into the garden, through this Narnia-styled archway, the garden really opens up and comes into its own, and you can see it stretches right the way up the property to the back boundary. You've also got this nice summer house which is sat on a decked area, and you can see it's just a nice little spot to enjoy the evening sun. The garden boundaries either side are either see-through or a low-riding fence on that side as well, which I find really demonstrates the community feel here. Normally people put big old fences up either side to block each other, so they don't have to interact with their neighbours. So it's really useful to know that actually these guys get on very, very well indeed, because if they didn't, they'd have big old fences up like everybody else. Now, I'm right at the top of the back boundary. You can see it's a little bit unladen back here. You've also got a shed over this side as well, just next to that beautiful tree. There it is behind me there. Wonderful. And just a nice view off the back here. There's a couple of examples of extensions. Somebody's put a dormer window further up the road here, and there's a double-storey extension a couple doors down. So that's the kind of potential that we're working with here. But if you think this is the kind of property for you and you'd be interested in coming to take a look, then do give me a call. My number is 01442 865 252, or you can email me, Aaron at castlesestateagents.co.uk. And until next time, I've been Aaron. Take care.